Okay. Hello, everybody. This is so exciting. Can everybody hear me before we start? Can everybody hear me? You can just leave. Oh, yes, loud and clear. Great. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. Wow. So we've got, so far we've got 29 people on for the webinar tonight. My name's Bernadette, by the way. I'm going to be running the session with the fabulous Natasha. I live in the Netherlands, Natasha in Greece. And it would be really nice if some of you would share where you're from, because I think we have a very international crowd. So if you want to share in the chat where you're from this evening. So Athens, The Hague, Maastricht, Greece, London, wow. UK, Italian, living in Belgium, Hungary, wow. This is amazing, wow. This is great. So a really international crowd, talking Surrey, Denmark/Greece, Ireland.
Hi, Arisa. Some people I know.
I think Natasha's recognizing some of her colleagues and friends in the box as well. So just want to say a welcome. Today we are going to do 2 guided meditations. One I will run and one Natasha will run. And I'm going to pass over to Natasha now, who will be leading the first meditation. So welcome, everybody.
Thank you, Bernadette, and hello, everybody, as well. I don't know if you need to switch the screens. Oh, there you go. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm excited to see people I know, and of course, people I don't know, and that's really incredible that we can get together. And of course, the circumstances are very difficult for all of us, and that's a bit of a comfort that we all go through such a difficult time. So what we're doing now in this particular session, we're going to have more sessions, actually, me and Bernadette, so we'll let you know about that. So what we're doing is we're going to see how, under these very difficult circumstances we're going through, how we can, as individuals, work in a way that, first of all, can center ourselves, as we say, calm down, as we say in everyday life, take it easy, and then how we can connect. So in the first practice, we see what can we do as people, like as individuals, that we go very, very hard circumstance at the moment, and we're bombarded by information, and we're overwhelmed with emotion, and we feel isolated, and there's so many things that are imposed on us rather than it's our own choice to do something. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll see how, as like everyday people, we're gonna, whether we like it or not, we're gonna work in conditions of what we call meditators. We call it going on retreat. So when we go on retreats, we withdraw from the world. We just leave the world outside. So we stay in a place which is confined. We eat specific things. We a lot of times don't even talk to each other, but we're not doing it here. So what we do is we withdraw. So when we withdraw from the outside world, we're going in. There was a very nice thing was going on out on the internet. And it was saying, if you cannot go out, you go in. So that's the first thing we're going to do in this practice. We're going to go in, and you don't have to know or worry about the details of how to go in, because I'm going to lead you into that. But this is not all we're going to do. By going in, then we're going to observe something that is not obvious to us in our everyday encounter, the way we come into contact with others, or we are exposed to so much information. And this is about being able to recognize our emotions and how they affect our body. And why do we have to do that? Because that's the way that the emotions can be released, and we can move on with a better clarity of mind and more balanced emotions. And we cannot change the circumstances, but of course we can change the way we see the world, and our emotions are more balanced. So we're in a better position to help ourselves and others. It's not uncommon in the practices where I teach, especially one-to-one, when I teach meditation to people, that they yawn, that they need to go to the toilet, or they want to sleep. So what does that mean? That through meditation, we release, we let go of all the accumulated emotions that most of the time, and in our circumstances, are very difficult. Yeah. So what we do is we go in, we observe, and then we slowly and slowly let it go. And it doesn't happen in a conscious way, but it happens in a very gradual and soft, if you like, way. So this is our first practice we're gonna do together. And then I'm gonna pass on the microphone to Bernadette, and she will take us to the next step. The next step is how we connect with others when we are not in contact. And so many of us on this now. Let me check how many actually. Now we're like, how many people? We are 36 people on it, and 38 with me and Bernadette. So we're gonna find out how we can connect with others. We can be emotionally related with someone without having to be in contact. So in physical contact, yeah. So as I always say in class, or my people in my teachings, you don't have to remember any of that. So mindfulness and meditation is not about memorizing or understanding or comprehending things. It's about practicing. Yeah. So all we have to do is just follow my guidance, and then let your body and your mind just slowly and slowly follow. If you feel like you're lost, you're not following me anymore, we just gradually go back and listen to what I'm saying. And we don't have to worry about always being on top of exactly what I'm saying and doing exactly what I'm saying in my guidance. What we're doing is we just listen, we let the body and the mind flow, and then when we feel like we are lost, we're going back to the guidance, and we do the next thing and the next thing that I'm suggesting through the guidance. Yeah. So the practice needs to be very gentle, and the practice is very soft. We're not trying to concentrate. It is not a concentration or focused kind of practice. It's very soft. We softly put awareness in the different parts of the body as I'm guiding it, and we just let the body and the mind find its own balance. Okay? So what we're gonna do is, because the way the practice works, maybe we don't feel or we don't think of anything now, like now that I'm talking, but maybe suddenly something will come up as a question, or as a something that is difficult to navigate with. So what you can do is, the moment it comes up, you just put it in the, you can just put it in the comments. And although we're not going to respond immediately, because we're either going to be in a practice or I'm explaining something, at the end, we'll try and go through the comments and respond the best way, or based on our, on the time we have in our hands, to see how we can help you take your practice further, and hopefully do it as a daily practice and see the results. Especially now we have lots of time, maybe it's a good opportunity to do that. So let's go to the practice now. So of course, I don't know how much experience people, in this forum are experienced with meditation or not. But the good thing is, it doesn't matter at all. So what I want you to do, either you're sitting on a cushion, maybe you meditated before and you have a space where you normally meditate, just take the most comfortable position, or the ones that you normally do. And everyone else who is sitting on the chair, just be stable on the chair. Make sure both of your feet are on the ground, and then your back is straight. That's all I am asking from you. So it doesn't have to be any special meditative kind of profound position you need to be in. You just need to take a very comfortable, but also quite upright position. So I'll stop the talking, and we go straight into the practice. And of course, whenever you feel like something is coming into your head, keep a note or put it in our comments, and then we'll work with it later on. Okay, good luck with it, especially for people that have never meditated before. let's see, maybe we have some there. The regular practitioners, just go back to your practice, listen to my guidance, and then allow your body and your mind to settle the way it knows through that practice. And the amount of times the body has been gone through this. Okay, right. I'm ringing my bell. And I'll invite everyone to close their eyes. So this is the time where we're quieting the conversation and the information coming in. So we slowly and gradually will bring the attention to the body. The process is very slow and soft. So we tap into the sensations of the body by going straight into what we feel around the chest. Feeling the breath in the chest. We work with all the sensations around this part of the body. The chest, the heart, the lungs. So we're going in through the chest. So this part of the body is our way into what's happening. So we don't use the ears as we do with information. We don't use our eyes as we do with videos and the internet, but we use our chest and the heart. So we change the way we receive information and we observe the world and the body. So the way into the body is the chest now. So we softly put the attention inside the lungs, the beating of the heart. We slowly gather the attention in there with soft awareness. So we see if the chest feels heavy or light. We have no intention to change anything. So all we need to do is just pay attention to the sensations around the chest, inside the chest. We observe the breath there. We observe the movement. We observe how the chest is going up and down without us having to do anything about it. Let's see if the chest feels restricted or it feels open and warm. Does it feel cold or does it feel heavy? What's the sensation there? We're going in through the chest. We extend the awareness to the back, by feeling the sensations just behind the chest. So feeling the spine, the back, the upper back. The back of the shoulders. Feel the upper back moving slightly because of the breath. And this is our anchor now. The sensations in the chest and behind the chest. And inside the chest. And we put the attention there. So we're looking inside rather than feeling the sensations outside the chest. We're looking inside. We start enjoying the breath, the soft massage. And now we're softly established in that part of the body. We're in. We're inside. And we stay there. We don't have to force ourselves there. We're comfortably sitting inside, observing the sensations. Bit like a snail, we withdraw inside to the center of the body. And as we're sitting inside there, with the view going, with our attention going down, we slowly but and kindly move the attention to the belly and the stomach. From inside out. We're feeling every organ in the body. Every organ in the abdomen. Because our view is internal. Feel the breath here. We let go of any effort to control the breathing or the experience. And we become observers. Observers of the sensations in the abdomen. That's all we have to do now. And with slowly and kind attention, this is where we establish our attention now, in the belly. Deep down, at the bottom of the belly. Inside the hips, maybe. Or even where we feel like we're sitting, the sensation of sitting, either on a cushion or the chair. So we find a safe space inside there and we put the attention there. We enjoy the stillness inside the body, the quiet time. For a second, we don't care about our limbs, the hands, the legs, or even the head. We just concentrate our attention to the middle of the body, the torso, the belly, the chest. We enjoy the breath. We enjoy the silence. We enjoy the freedom of not having to analyze, decide, or do anything at all. We just stay inside the body with no effort, with no agenda, with no purpose at all. Just observing. So withdraw from the outside world, the information, the noise. We find a safe heaven inside our body. Surprisingly, there's so much silence inside the body. We just tap into that. It's a good discovery. Let's stay there. We observe that the body is still moving because of the breath, but that's okay. So we feel the stillness inside the body. We also feel the body moving at the same time. And we just observe both of those abilities we have to be completely still, but also moving all the time because of the breath. So we observe this duality of the experience. We enjoy the movement and we enjoy the stillness at the same time. And as we're very well established inside our body, we can, and if we like to, just invite any thoughts, ideas, or memories we have about what we all been going through the last 2 weeks. See if we see ourselves going through difficulty, fear, isolation, feeling of abandonment maybe. And we see what kind of feelings are coming up. Memories, images. If there's too much going on in the head, we gently go back into the body where we came from. But for a bit, just let the mind bring whatever is relevant to our experience in the last 2 weeks. We might have even good memories of we are helping others or they're helping us. People are recovering from the illness. So let everything good or bad come up for us. And we observe it through the lens of kindness, the lens of peaceful awareness, and watch ourselves like we've been the main characters of a film. Because what we live, it is a bit like a tragedy and a comedy at the same time. The observation is coming through the awareness of the body. We never forget the body. We always have the awareness of the sensations inside the body. And we let the body and the mind come together in balance. We don't reject the mind. We just give priority to the body. We let the mind bring any memories, any images that might be relevant, any emotions. Now we slowly leave these memories behind and we establish ourselves in the body again, just throughout the body. We might as well include the legs, the hands, the head, just coming into the body again. Let's just leave the images behind. We can feel all the sensations around the body, like the sensation of the clothes touching the skin. I feel the sensations of the coolness of the air on the face and the hands. We're just waking up our bodily sensations. We connect with the breath like at the beginning. We go back to the chest the way we started and see how it feels now. See if the chest is any lighter than before. See if the breath is any deeper than before. Anything that is different, we observe. And then we gradually and slowly bring the practice to the end. We do that by feeling the air coming through and out from our nose. We can, if we like, with closed eyes, start moving the body the way the body wants to move. In a minute, I'm gonna ring my bell again. And we're gonna slowly take our time whenever we feel ready and if we feel ready. Just slowly and gradually open our eyes. We're going back to our call to continue our connection with the speaking ability that we have. So we leave the silence behind for a minute and then we go back to our webinar. So I'll give everyone time to come back. I'll invite Bernadette to come up because I don't want to comment on anything or discuss it. We can do it in the end. So maybe gradually and slowly go into the next practice, and then maybe have some time in the end to answer any questions or see what comes
Natasha, if
up
you
from
like, people can feedback now if they like. Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
no problem. I think it's good to do it straight after so people can share.
True. Okay. Okay. Right. So we have a comment from Lucy. She says she never meditated before, so she finds it very hard to follow the instructions, and it feels frustrating. So Lucy, I have to say that that's normal. That's very, very common. So don't worry about it at all. So every practice, it takes you further and further into actually being able to follow what's happening. The first time is extremely difficult to do it, but even if it doesn't feel like that, still is a good practice for you to making the effort to be there. So I advise you to try and do more and more. And then it's a bit like learning how to ride a bike. We need to fall lots of times. We're not gonna get on it the first time. So the only thing I can say that is very typical and very normal of anyone who has meditated before. Okay. Ευτυχία, I know Ευτυχία very well. So, and if Ευτυχία say that's exactly what she needed. So, yeah, I'm glad. Okay, so people enjoy the meditation. Excellent. Thank you for my everyone. Going to the different parts of the body is a very good practice to help us with concentration and shifting the attention. Oops.
Well,
I'm
shall I
losing
read
the
some, Natasha,
comments.
so you can focus on responding? So from Valeria, we have, thank you very much. I felt fear, which is related to a recent loss, but I felt very connected as well to the group.
Okay. All right, excellent. So any kind of emotion that is there related to any event, when we feel it in the body, we help release that emotion. So Valeria, that's the way to do it. With any difficult emotion, we're going in, and then because every emotion is actually sitting in the body, we just, with kind awareness, we slowly make it and help it release. That's the way to do it. Joanna says, thank you. So Hannah says, it made me realize how exhausted I feel from the worry and stress of the current time, and it was lovely to release that and feel relaxed and at peace at the moment. Okay, exactly, Hannah. That's how it is. It's not like we ignore the problems and we let them forget about them. What we do is we give priority to the body and our peace of mind. And when we get into the place of calmness, when we're in a better position to deal with whatever is coming up through these difficult times. So we deserve that and we owe that to ourselves. Yeah. So it's not about forgetting our problems. Sandy feels relaxed. That's always good. Nice. Thank you. I feel it in the belly. That's a good way to feel it. Thank you. Yeah. Perfect to end the home working week. Yeah, I know. It's hard to work from home. Stafula, of course, I know her. I really enjoy the practice, having experienced very recently that I'm getting under the weather. I really enjoy how this practice allowed my heart to face the difficulty of these challenging times. I feel relaxed and serene. Exactly. So it's not only about through our own relaxation, we are able to move on in a better position and help people much better than being frustrated, angry, fearful. If we're in that situation, we cannot help ourselves and we cannot help anyone. Yeah. Valeria, I unfortunately need to leave as I'm giving a yoga class. All right, excellent. Thank you, Valerie. Good luck with your class. There's so many yoga teachers doing things online, and lots of my friends who are yoga teachers doing that. Thank you, Arisa. Thank you too. So it's lovely to see all the comments, and we have a second practice as well. So maybe Bernadette is the time to go to that so we don't take too much time. Thank you, Deshna. I'm glad you are on. I know you had
All right,
problems getting on. Okay.
I will miniaturize you now, Natasha, and I will lead the next meditation. We'll see you shortly.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll announce more practices in the future with Bernadette. Okay.
Thanks, Natasha.
Thanks.
Okay. So everybody, we will go into our next meditation now. So the second topic for our session today is connection. So a lot of you are probably self-isolating at the moment. So you may be connected to the people that you live with, but you're disconnected from a lot of your loved ones. So this next meditation is going to really explore connection a bit more, because the mindfulness practice is really all about connection. So as we saw in Natasha's meditation, we were connecting with the body in that meditation. So that's one of the connections, connecting the mind and the body, which can be quite fragmented because we often live from the neck upwards in our heads a lot. So bringing the mind and the body back into connection. Through mindfulness, we connect the outside world with the inside world. And we also connect the left and the right side of the brain through our meditation practice as well. We connect with ourselves, and through many practices like the compassion practice, we connect with others. So just through our mindfulness practice, whether it's seated meditation practice or it's bringing mindful awareness into our daily lives, it's really all about connection. And I have to say that I'm feeling really connected now with everybody who has joined us this evening. So again, a heartfelt welcome and thank you to everybody for being here and sharing the practice with us. So we're going to go into another guided meditation now. So again, sitting in your comfortable posture with your straight spine, the chin slightly tucked in, and you can imagine a string pulling from the crown of your head upwards. And when you're ready, just closing the eyes. And again, to start this meditation, what we'll do is just connecting with the body again. But we're going to start off feeling the feet flat on the ground, noticing where the feet make contact with the ground, what parts of the feet. Now shifting awareness to the lower legs. Just tuning in to any sensations that you can feel in the lower legs, moment by moment. Shifting awareness to the upper legs. What do you notice here? Perhaps you can feel the weight of your hands resting in your lap, or where your legs connect with the chair. Now we'll shift the awareness up to the lower back. Using a soft and gentle focus moving our attention along the spine, up to the shoulders and the neck. What do you feel here? And from the shoulders, running our awareness down the arms, tuning in to any feelings or sensations, running all the way to the fingertips. From the hands, just noticing whether the hands are warm or cold. Perhaps you can feel cool air blowing across the hands, or warm air. From the hands, shifting our awareness to the bellies. Perhaps noticing the subtle rise and fall of the belly with the breath. Noticing any other sensations that you can feel in the belly right now. And now we're going to shift from the belly to the chest and the heart area. What do you notice here? Is the area tense or relaxed? Again, you may notice the subtle rise and fall of the breath. And now, as you rest your awareness in the chest and the heart area, I want you to bring to mind, or invite you to bring to mind, a really good friend. It could be a friend or a family member. Somebody who always makes you feel good about yourself, who offers support, friendship, somebody who brings out the best in you. Bring to mind this person, or get a sense of them if you can't bring them to your mind's eye. What are they wearing? What's their facial expression? And now I invite you to imagine this really good friend is walking through the door into the room. How do you feel when you see them? Perhaps you jump up and throw your arms around them, give them a hug. Maybe it's been a while since you last saw them. How does it feel to see them? And now you sit down next to each other. And you have a conversation. What do you talk about? Perhaps they're supporting you, offering you encouragement. Perhaps you're smiling, laughing. Take this opportunity to tell your friend how much they mean to you, how much their friendship means to you. Maybe you've never told them. And now it's time to say goodbye. Your friend is going to leave, so again, whether you shake hands or give them another hug, and just wave goodbye as they leave through the door. We're just going to sit for a moment, keeping our eyes closed and just tuning into the body now. Tuning into the chest and the heart area. Noticing how you're feeling in this moment. Now we're just going to take a couple of deeper inhales and exhales, filling the chest, the lungs, the belly. And in a moment I'll ring the bell, and when the sound stops, we'll open our eyes. Okay, so I'll just come back with Natasha now as well. So does anybody have anything they want to share from that meditation? Any observations? Any questions?
Jessica says thanks to both of us, but she has to go.
Oh, yes, yes.
And Katerina. Both of them very good friends.
So anybody else got any questions or feedback that they have from that meditation? it's a visualization. Just a big thank you. Very enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so that meditation again. This is a meditation that I actually learned from Natasha. So Natasha and I have been collaborating together now for around 7 years, I think, and we've both been practicing for over 20 years. And this meditation, yeah, it's a friendship visualization. Yeah, that's it. It's quite a powerful meditation. You can really feel the person, and it's something, especially at this time when perhaps we're feeling lonely, perhaps we're missing people. It's a meditation that you can really do to feel connected again. And that's really what this meditation, we've got lots and lots of feedback now, lots of people saying that they enjoyed it and thank you, and they felt a good connection with someone, and very they're complementary meditation. So great. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, you feel the hug. This is it. The mind is so powerful. Okay, and this is something to remember. Here we go. Is it best to do it with someone you haven't seen in a while? No, you can do it with, it can be someone you see every day even as well. So Judy's question. So sorry, that's my phone. It can be to, yeah, somebody that it can be to anyone basically. Some people use pets as well. I've used this meditation and people have thought of pets as well. Anna says, thank you so much. This was very soothing after I was recognizing the turmoil in my body before. Yeah, very complimentary, I think, because Natasha brought you into the body, and this was had a softening and uplifting effect on the body. So recognizing what's there. Sophie, thank you. It was lovely to see you and hear you be. I know Sophie is a good friend of mine, so lovely that you could join us and be here today. Really nice to have you here. So yeah, in closing the session now, so we still have a few minutes left of the session. Yeah, one thing that I wanted to say, you can see how powerful the mind can be. Okay, so in this meditation, we thought of a good friend. We were thinking very positive thoughts, and you probably noticed this had a very positive benefit in the body. Okay, even just while I was talking through the meditation, I could feel I was smiling, I was happy. So in this time when we are bombarded through social media and the news with the turmoil that's happening in the world, I would say just be conscious of the mind and the mind wandering and the catastrophizing that the mind can do, because you can feel, through your thoughts, you can feel positive, and bringing awareness to the negative thoughts, bring yourself back to an anchor so that you don't have to engage in these thoughts is essentially the point that I'm trying to make. Natasha, do you have anything to say on that?
I'm just, yeah, I think I brought it up in the meditation. I mean, I completely agree with everything, of course, you said. I just want to say that when we realize that we're overwhelmed by this information, or sometimes I even find myself getting so engaged into looking at the news all the time, like all the time. And then there is some kind of attraction to this, I don't know, to this catastrophe. And this, for some strange reason, we get attracted to that. When we realize this is happening, we know, I said it in the meditation, there is a safe space and a quiet space inside the body. We don't have to go anywhere or do anything or run. Just inside the body, feeling what is happening in the abdomen, what is happening inside the chest. It's very quiet, soft, and soothing. So if I want to encourage people to do one thing, it's just when you feel overwhelmed, you don't have to do anything else rather than going in and feeling the body. It just works miracles. So that's it. Not a complicated, sophisticated, or difficult to follow practice. Just tap into the body. And as I said in the meditation, don't use your senses for a bit, because we use so much our senses all the time. Just use the body, like the sensation of the chest, the belly. We usually ignore these ways in we usually have. We usually use the ears, the mouth, the eyes. Just just find another way in.
Great. Thank you, Natasha. So we're coming to the end of the session today. We will definitely be doing more sessions. So please sign up to the Facebook pages, or just keep an eye. You can subscribe to our webinars as well. So just keep in touch if you'd like to join us again. It would be fabulous to have you. Thank you all for joining and all for contributing so much as well, because what makes it exciting for us is this feedback that we can see. So it's lovely. Thank you, Christy and Judy and Anna and Guy, is it? And Christy,
and the wishes to be saved, which is very sweet. Thank you, Christy. Everyone. We should try to take care of ourselves. And I promise, now that's the travel ban, I promise that when the travel ban is over, we'll do something in Greece. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. That
a get together, a physical get together in a nice location, for sure.
That's a great idea. I really like that idea, Natasha. Yeah. So the next, when this is all over, we will all meet in Greece. Oh, Gilly!
I have more people.
Sorry, I didn't recognize the name there. So lovely you could join us as well. Perfect. I'm glad you're here. So yes, so nice to be reunited with people on this webinar. We will do more webinars. Next Friday will be the next one. So just keep an eye out through our communications for it. And take care. Stay safe.
That's all I can say. Have a good evening, a good weekend, and go back to the body whenever you remember. You just comes into your head. Just go back to it. It's easy. It's always there.
Yeah, exactly. So take care, guys. We will put the recording up, and you will get access to this webinar again anyway through the system. So take care and connect with us so we can let you know when the next one is going to be and the details.
Thank you.
Take care. Good evening. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.